Trigger warning, boom. You are now watching Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, sexiest man on all of Wrestling Radio. Boom, boom, here's Check the Room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And of course, join me there way across the pond. You sellout motherfucker. You wearing that goddamn New York Yankee cap. My God, somewhere the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are fucking crying right now.
Hold on. I just got to tell you something. I am still a Tampa Bay Rays fan. I'll always be a Tampa Bay Rays fan. And the Tampa Bay Rays are hard to find merchandise. There's Yankee merchandise everywhere. And one of my coworkers, when I was leaving, I was like, who's your favorite baseball team? In America, I'll buy you a baseball cap. And I was like, I like the Tampa Bay Rays. And she's like, oh, it was a she's like, oh, I got you a Tampa Bay Rays hat. And the Yankees. And she's like, that's the Tampa Bay Rays, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So, hey, it's a Yankees cap, but if the person that gave it to you as a gift thought it was a Rays cap, I think it's a Rays cap. Go Rays. But I kid you not, everyone that goes to America and everyone that goes to everyone that lives in America, I'm like, what do you want? I'm like, Rays cap. But they never go. They never get one. James Legend says he's got me a Rays cap. A bunch of my friends are like, oh, we got your Rays cap. So I don't know. Maybe in the next year I'll have like 97 Rays caps. But right now I only got a Yankees cap that some old Japanese lady thought was a Rays cap. She's like, here you go, I got a Rays cap. And it was one of those things that, I just played along. She was like, I don't know, she's like in her 60s. And she's like, it's American baseball. It's your team, the Rays. And I was like, yeah, it is. So it's a Yankees cap, but, in our heart of hearts, we know it's a Rays cap. But, dude, I saw a Rays cap in Japan. It was like $90. Yankees cap?
Wow.
$10. It's a bunch of bullshit. The Rays, you got to get on that. So, yeah. So basically, instead of Patreon, we'll get paid in Rays caps. If you could, there's no link down in the doobly-doo, but if you could, please send me Rays caps. Oh, man. You make it at a whole new level, brother. But, yeah. I grew up as Don Mattingly fan, so I'm okay. But, yeah, I do love the Rays. I do feel dirty, but I think it passes. If a 60-year-old woman gives you this thing, I don't know how old she was. She's just older. But if she gives you it and says, this is your Rays cap, you just roll with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, thanks. Appreciate the Rays cap, baby.
Dave Coco, right. You're a dirty, filthy whore.
Would you have said it? Because she went out of her way to buy it for me. I didn't want to break her heart. There you go. Go Rays.
All right.
Let's break down news.
We got a lot going on here. We actually had some news breaking just this morning that Hiroshi Tanahashi, the former ace of New Japan, is injured and he's going to miss the rest of the dates with World Tag League. Right now, they're saying that they revealed New Japan revealed an announcement that he suffered a right knee injury. They've taken him out of the shows. They've taken him out of the tours. It's unknown if this will affect his Wrestle Kingdom 12 match with Switchblade Jay White. So hopefully it's nothing. It doesn't sound like it's too serious because certainly if it was something, he's undergoing medical tests, but certainly if it's something serious, we would have heard by now. So I just really wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully this won't affect Wrestle Kingdom 12.
All right, I'm going to say a bunch of things. One, it's probably not that big of an injury. This is going to get me some heel heat. I love New Japan. I think the World Tag League is a waste of fucking time. I just don't fucking enjoy it. It's like one of the shittiest fucking tournaments. Because it's just random fucking people. It's not a real tag tournament. And I love New Japan. I fucking love New Japan fucking from the beginning of time. I absolutely...
Coco, let me ask you a question here. Do you think the reason why the World Tag League is put where it is and they bring in new people is so that way you have some of your big stars? They're still appearing, but they're tag matches, so it lessens the chance for a serious injury. And you really, in that way, you kind of hype up the buzz for Wrestle Kingdom 12 because you're not seeing any singles matches, or at least a lot of high-profile singles matches going into Wrestle Kingdom, which is actually just a few weeks away. Actually, let me look at my calendar. It is 4 weeks from yesterday. 4 weeks. 4 weeks away.
Yeah, I'm super so excited and pumped up. I don't know. I just think maybe there's not enough dominant tag teams. They just get thrown together as a tournament. Because I like the junior heavyweights. I like the G1, of course. I don't know. It's just everyone's so pumped up for Wrestle Kingdom, and they're like, random tag teams are gonna fight for a trophy. All right, and good luck. So yeah, this is just my theory on it. He probably has a tweaked knee or something's going on, and they care about Wrestle Kingdom. Like, Wrestle Kingdom's way bigger than this tournament, And I know right now it's New Japan's big thing right now, but yeah, no. So yeah, I hope a speedy recovery, and just hopefully it'd be awesome at Wrestle Kingdom. That's it. So, and yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the World Tag League, and I know you're not supposed to say that, but it's just the reality.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I still watch it, but it's not like G1. Like, the G1's the huge event. The junior, heavyweights is a huge event. But I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority here. Maybe I'm in the minority. I mean, do you care? Be honest. 100%. Don't lie. Don't be like, hey, it's New Japan. We have to lie. We've been on New Japan. Dude, New Japan didn't exist until I started. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's put it this way. I might be one of the original cheerleaders of New Japan. With that said, I'm not that excited about World Tag League at all. So hopefully he just recovers, and hopefully see it. Like, it's so funny. I love Tanahashi, except when he wrestles Okada. Then I'm like, fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are? So yeah, hopefully he recovers, and hopefully he has a great match at Wrestle Kingdom. That's not that big a deal. But I wouldn't chance it. Even if it's just not even a major injury, even if it's just a tweak, I'd just be like, all right, you're out of the tournament. So what's your take on it, brother?
I just think maybe they're being overly cautious, which I think is the appropriate thing to do. But, we don't know how serious it is. It just could be, okay, he just needs some rest, he'll be fine, or, oh, crap, we're going to have to operate. Just for shits and giggles, Dave, take off your Yankees cap, put on your Booker cap.
It's a raised cap, by the way. A 60-year-old woman told me it was a raised cap.
Yeah. Okay, put your Booker cap on, and let's just say Tanahashi's hurt and he's going to miss Wrestle Kingdom. What do you do with the Intercontinental Championship? What do you do? Do you declare a mini tournament at Wrestle Kingdom? Do you make it a multi-man match for the Intercontinental Championship at Wrestle Kingdom? What would you do?
If he can't go, I definitely. I don't know. That's a tough call. I would still have I'd still have the opponent go in, and I would just try to find the biggest star you could afford. You know what I mean? I would maybe. That's what I would do. Just be like, oh, it's an interim title match, But yeah, because it would be because then it just sucks if he can't go to Wrestle Kingdom, because the storyline is, can this new young up and comer beat this legend? You know what I mean? There's a storyline to it, and then the legend's like, I can't make it. It's like, okay, I don't know. I would try to find the best guy out there. Talent. I would go not just big name, but talent wise. It would be anybody you can get. I'm trying to think who could be the big free agent market.
CM Punk.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Just throw all the money at him. Yeah, CM Punk. But I was thinking, because Ibushi, what's Ibushi doing? Is he still Tiger Mask W? Ibushi. I don't know. I would definitely try to get something star power wise. And if it's not, Tanahashi's not there, no offense to his opponent, but you're gonna have to bump that down the card. I know there's a war of words going on right now. What should be the main event? Where matches should be ranked? But if there's no Tanahashi, you're gonna have to drop that match pretty far down the card. So unless I don't know. I mean, worst case scenario, get a bunch of big stars, as many big stars as you can, and have them make the Japan Rumble mean something. Have the winner of the Japan Rumble later on fights for the IC title.
I mean, yeah, that could be something.
Because right now the Japan Rumble is just like, oh my god, I remember that old guy. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the Japan Rumble.
Oh yeah, that was they had they brought Scott Norton back last year, and he wasn't in ring shape. The great Kabuki, my God, I thought the man was dead.
Yeah. Well, we shit our pants. Haku was there one year.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes, Haku should have won that motherfucker. He could still fucking go.
Yeah. It's amazing. All right. So yeah, that's what I do.
But
All right.
that,
Next story, brother.
yeah, you actually segued into something. You thought about where things are going to be on the card and everything, and you talked about Chris Jericho has apparently gotten to a little bit of a war of words, kayfabe wise, with Naito. He's talking about him and Omega, Jericho and Omega drew some ire, particularly from Naito, saying that Wrestle Kingdom 12 was a double main event, talking about their match and then the match between Naito and Okada. And he had some strong words. Let's say, because he says right now, I'm quoting here, it kind of shows how stupid he is because, yes, it's a double main event. And if you really believe, this is Jericho talking about Naito, if he really believes the Tokyo Dome ticket sales are 2.5 times greater than they were this time last year, is because he truly believes that's because of him and Okada, then he's a real stupid idiot. There's no doubt about it. And if I went there and I said, oh, for sure, it's Omega versus Jericho, it's Alpha versus Omega through the roof is the main event, I'd be a stupid idiot, but I'm smart and I understand how the business works. You've got two guys that are the greatest performers in the world, the match that nobody thought would happen. That's the main event. Then you've got the world title match of Okada versus Naito, the two Japanese guys fighting of the New Japan's most prestigious title. That's the main event. It is a double main event. That's why the tickets are selling so well, because it's a 1-2 punch.
I don't know. I love Chris Jericho, and obviously this is just to sell tickets and get people pumped up.
Yeah, this is not.
But,
I don't think it's legit.
Yeah. It's not like a shoot. It's just entertainment to sell more tickets. But with that said, New Japan has just been improving tremendously overseas markets, and people wanted this match for a while. I mean, I'm not going to say any names, but someone sat in front of the Tokyo Dome a couple years ago saying this should have been a main event a long time ago. The merchandise they sold? No. No, this is the main event they wanted for a really long time. Matter of fact, I think too long. I think it should have already happened already. I think they waited too long, but that's New Japan style. They're like, do you want this main event at Wrestle Kingdom? You want the main event at Wrestle Kingdom 9? That's what you want? I will give it to you at Wrestle Kingdom 12. Oh, you want that main event at Wrestle Kingdom 12? We'll give it to you at Wrestle Kingdom 16. So it's just New Japan style. At least it feels that way as a super fan. But yeah, they're just trying to sell tickets. But here's my thing, and I'm really strict on this. Your heavyweight, fuck you, fan voting. I just want to get that out of the way. Just get that fucking beaten dead horse out of the fucking room. Fuck you, fan voting. The heavyweight championship or the world championship or the main title of your company ends the fucking show and is your fucking main event. And if anything is different, you failed at life. You failed at booking. You failed at... Now, listen, the only time there's an exception to the rule is when you're champion. It's like not... Well, first off, it's not your biggest event of the year, but it's like Brock Lesnar. Let's just do WWE for sake of this. But fuck it, we'll do New Japan. We'll stick with New Japan. Okada takes on a new boy, a green guy, a fucking young lion. He just goes there, beats the fucking shit out of him. It's it's not really, it's a title match, but it's not a title match. And then a big event for the IC title, US title makes sense. But if you have a one-on-one, your biggest event of the year, and your heavyweight title isn't the main event, you fucked up. You fucking failed at life. Not booking, not pro wrestling, in life. You've just fucking failed. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if Ric Flair's retiring, The Undertaker's retiring, if there's a fucking fan vote. You fucking failed. And I love New Japan. When Okada and Naito didn't main event because of a fan vote, you failed.
Yeah, you failed. Somebody actually chronicled that really well. I think the guy's name is Showbuckle on YouTube. He put a really nice documentary. It's about 19 minutes long, but trust me, it runs really fast. It's called The Fall and Rise of Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah.
basically talks about how, it really starts out with how he kind of rose up and how he won the first G1 climax. I think it was 2013, 2012, 2013. It was leading into Wrestle Kingdom 8, and just how nobody responded, nobody liked him, and then how he just went to Mexico, found himself, came back, and now he's big, bigger and better than ever. I really would. It's right here on YouTube, so I would recommend checking that out. It's really good.
Yeah, the guy's actually pretty amazing. We don't know him personally, and we don't even know him online. We just found the fucking video, and it's like, this is fucking amazing. It's amazing. Like, me and you just shoot this shit on YouTube. There's some fucking really amazing YouTubers out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just amazing. But yeah, so I think it's just good bickering to get news sites, us talking about it. It's great marketing, and I'm just not picking on New Japan. If your main champion one-on-one at your biggest event, and that's not the main event, you failed at life. Period.
Now the reason, I guess, and I'm not, trying to say that you're wrong or anything, and I'm not trying to justify. I'm saying the only way I could see maybe something like changing the best example I can think of was Triple Mania back in August, is when they had the bad, I don't want to give away, well, yeah, fuck it, whatever. They had the bad guy win like all their championships. And so they made the main event the mask versus mask between Dr. Wagner Jr. and Psycho Clown. And I get, they had the good guy winning that one because they wanted the crowd to go home happy. So I guess maybe I could see something like that.
No, you failed. Sorry, Triple Mania, you failed. End of story. You failed. Mm-hmm. I truly believe it. I believe it in my heart that if you have, and obviously not Monday Night Raws, not weekly shows, not even small pay-per-views, but your Super Bowl for your company, the Super Bowl of your company, and the champion of your company isn't a one-on-one main event, you failed. That's it. I just believe that. But I think Jericho's just, doing anything to sell tickets, sell pay-per-views.
This reminds me, you got to ask a question with Stump the Idiot. Somebody tweeted you at Dave at KocoSports.
Yeah, listen, let me just do a quick plug right there. I'm trying to get back into this YouTube thing. If you have any topics whatsoever, at KocoSports on Twitter, boom, I'll answer it via video/audio, whatever. Go ahead,
actually, it was Wrestling Ranton who actually sent it to you because he wanted to know from your perspective, because New Japan's starting to blow up, as evidenced by these ticket sales, like even the foreign ticket sales are up. He wanted to know, does Japan know that they've got some love over here in the States? And you answered that. I mean, could you just briefly summarize what you said? We can put a link to that.
Yeah. Well, we'll put a link to it later. But yeah, as far as that goes, it's just, they know. And a lot of the New Japan fans, Japanese fans that I talk to, know New Japan's the best wrestling in the world. And they want it to take off and show the world that it's the best in the world. So they're really happy. They're really happy that North America, no, that's not fair, but they're really happy that, fans outside of Japan are discovering how great New Japan is. But they're just like, oh, we should have been doing this a long time ago. We should have been doing this, you know what I mean? So they're really happy and they know it. They just have a feeling of like, oh, we should have been doing this a long time ago. Look at WWE right now. The best wrestlers from there are from New Japan, you know what I mean? Or at least had a stay in New Japan. So yeah, I'm just happy, because I took a year, 2 years off, and I'm just so happy how much New Japan has grown as far as exposure while I've been gone. It's absolutely amazing. Just want to plug one more thing, and then we're going to go to live comments, then we're going to hit up some news stories. Access TV to air 3-hour New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 12 special on January 6th. I like this a lot, but I'm hoping it doesn't take away sales.
No, you know I'm watching it. I'm watching it live. I've got a subscription to New Japan World. I've got my schedule completely cleared for January 4th. I'm getting up at, 30 hours, and I'm watching it live. Why, you may ask? Because last year I did the exact same thing, and I watched Omega Okada live as it happened. And Jesus Christ, it was the best. It was honestly probably the best wrestling match I've seen as an adult ever. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was great because there was no spoilers. There was no, oh, look for this spot or misinformation. I was watching it in real fucking time. Anything could happen. And that is just like the best feeling ever. So, yeah, go to bed early, get you a nap, wake up, pour you a cup of coffee, and sit your ass down and watch Wrestle Kingdom. That's the best way I could tell you to do it.
All right, and we got the 1776er and Demon Rocks in the comments.
Yeah.
So tired and barely functional, but we got to talk, Coco. I'm going to try to get through some live cast. Team Chaos for life. Team Chaos for life. Much love, brother. Demon Rock says, hey, I heard ROH got a deal with Stardom. That's amazing. Plus Rain is back. Awesome. And 1776 says, if there were more full-time tag teams in it, I would care. That's a great point. If there was, you know, and yeah. And let's see. New Japan, too good to... it's too good to not build the tag division. Junior tags seem more important than the heavyweight tag belts. It's been that way for a while now. I think without a doubt, the junior tag is way more important.
You know, I think the Young Bucks are getting ready to move up to the heavyweight division as far as tag team championships go. And to be honest, I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, and rest in peace, August Ames, Ames, A-M-E-S. Ames. I apologize. I didn't know who this was. I Google searched it, and I think it's a porn actress.
Yes.
So rest in peace.
Yes, adult film actress. She unfortunately took her own life on Tuesday. She was she was the victim of cyberbullying.
That sucks.
The story goes that they wanted her to do a boy-girl scene with a guy who also did gay pornography, and she was vehemently opposed to this. I guess she was worried about, possibly contracting HIV/AIDS. A lot of people saw this as homophobic, so they bombarded her with a lot of mean messages on social media. And
every aspect of this story sounds fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, this is a pretty fucked up story. And as you keep going, it just sounds more and more fucked up.
It is. And, she was only like, 22, 23.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, no, A, that sucks. A, that sucks. B, I don't know. I don't think, because like, I just finished a book about suicide. And, wow, Marine Corps infantry living in Japan. I wonder if he's suicidal. I did a lot of research on suicide, maybe too much, and yeah, it just sucks. It just sucks. And on top of that, like, but I never got into cyberbullying. Maybe I've been on YouTube too long. Maybe television, writing. Like, if someone says something fucking absolutely horrible, it's like, yeah, but they're not real people. They're just digital. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, whatever. I don't know. But I've never been cyberbullied to the point where, like,
well, I just think it was just because she got tired of being basically called a bigot. And, it was just too much because, I mean, this day and age that we live in now, you start calling someone a bigot or racist. I mean, that's pretty much the fucking kiss of death. It's hard to get that fucking stigma off of you.
It's really weird because the thing is, I don't think it's helping.
No.
I honestly don't think it's helping. Like, I don't think, because what's going to happen is non-talented people are just going to be racist and bigoted, and people are going to be like, well, I'm tired. You know what I mean? It's just, I think it's going to eventually have a backlash. I think being politically correct and not being genuine. You know what I mean? Like, if you're genuine, you're like, oh, I don't fucking blah, 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 blah. But I don't think all these people are genuine. I think they just like to attack and find a way, you know what I mean? Like, well, what can I be angry about? But I think being politically correct to that extreme, but not being genuine, is actually going to have a backlash.
So you're saying they're doing it not necessarily because that's what they believe they doing it, because I guess they're got virtue signaling, I think is the term for it.
Yeah, I just think, no, not all everybody. I would say there's 10% of people that are just genuinely good people that want to see the world be better. But I think 90% of people are just want to be dickheads and talk down to people. Like, I don't think they actually care about the cause. I think they're just like, oh, I'm going to take the fucking high road so I can just be the worst fucking human being towards people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that's eventually going to have a backlash. Yeah, that whole fucking story just made me sad. I'm glad I went to comment time. Yuri Blake says, "What's up, Godzilla and Bum Bum? You guys have finally convinced me to watch New Japan. You know what? That's totally it.
Check it out, man.
That's all
New
that
Japan
matters.
World. It's if you go to njpwworld.com, a subscription will run you 999 yen, which last time I checked was like $7.80 some odd cents American. So I mean, it's less than a subscription to a WWE network, and and it's a month, and you can do whatever you want with it. I mean, they've got an English language translation. They've got links to English language commentary. So I would say if you like wrestling, I would say check it out.
Yeah. Demon Rock says, yes, I got my name after Finn. Awesome. And the 1776er says, tolerant liberals getting porn stars to kill themselves. I got nothing to say to that. I don't know. I'm so out of American politics these days. I know what it is. It's hard to get into American politics and take a stance when you think everything is horrible. Like, that's it. Like, it's hard. Like, my stance is everything you believe in sucks. Sure, thanks, Dave. Thanks for your input. Back to you, Booms. Booms. We have a segment because me and Booms used to work in radio. We used to work in radio, but you still work in news. I used to work in news. We used to work in news together. Booms, can we make a segment where I just get suited up? I'll have a blue screen, and I'll be like, whatever. We'll just say Boom Boom for the sake of this conversation, and it's just like everything you believe in sucks, and you're absolutely wrong. Every side. Back to you, Booms. That's it. But like you play that segment like once a day. Like you're like, oh my God, the left or the right, what's gonna go? We'll go to Dave Koco in Japan. Everything you believe sucks. Back to you, Booms. I almost used your real name. Back to you, Boom Boom. All right. I'm glad I the live comments. I miss live comments. Booms, let's hit a couple more news stories, and then we're gonna wrap this bad boy up.
All right. Real quick, this was actually a shocking release from WWE. Jim Johnston. And most of you, now some people may be scratching their head. You know who Jim Johnston is, even if you don't know that you know him. You know him. If you like the music that was used by The Rock, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, that is the man who composed them. Jim Johnston, he worked with the WWE for over 30 years. He had worked with them since 1985. He composed a majority of music and entrance themes for virtually everybody in there. His contract, the story goes, his contract was coming up and they opted not to renew it. So WWE has released Jim Johnston. This was, not like, okay, go ahead, let's work out something. No, it was kind of a shock. It's looking like they're using CFOs. They're going to be taking over the responsibility for the music. Now, they're the people who've composed Nakamura's music, Finn Balor's music, Bobby Roode's music. So it's part of it appears to be part of a cost-cutting measure, but still, I mean, wow.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is where business gets ugly and disgusting. If someone worked for you since 1985 and has had obviously success, and all that, but hey, if you like music and you like different genres of music, that's a great job. You know what I mean? You can just create, you can rock, rap, whatever, you know what I mean? So it's a great job to have if you really are passionate about different types of music. With that said, this is just a fucking scumbag fucking move. Like, dude, give the guy a fucking watch, give him a send-off, fucking be like, hey, call it a retirement. I don't know, like, WWE's really fucking hurting that bad that they can't fucking show just an ounce of fucking class to someone that's been working there since 1985. And I know a lot of people are like, it's business, it's business, it's business. You know what? You can actually be a good person and be successful in business. The problem is, it's all these fucking make-believe fucking CEOs that fucking really don't exist the way you see them, like a Steve Jobs. And fucking like, oh, you gotta be an asshole. You gotta be an asshole. No, you don't. You can be a fucking decent goddamn fucking human being. I just hope they gave him a good send-off. But yeah, what a fucking shit.
Maybe this might sound crazy to a few people, but I think he should go into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, here's the thing. If you're going to do backstage if you're gonna do backstage people and it's the WWE Hall of Fame and it's
that's what the Warrior Award was supposed to be. The Warrior Award was supposed to be for people behind the scenes who made the show happen, who did all this good stuff, basically unsung heroes that made everything work. Instead, they turned it into some kind of PR award, and they're giving it to, like, you know, and I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but they're giving it to, like, cancer survivors.
yeah. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say because, like, WWE is so good at being fucking dirty. Because, like, we're like, oh man, that's fucked up. It wasn't Warrior's vision. Like, well, do you want to fucking take it from the Vietnam veteran that got shot in the leg 76 fucking times and has fucking cancer AIDS? Do you want to take the award away? Like, no, WWE. Good job being evil. Thanks for making charity fucking make me feel horrible. Sure, I'll watch a music video that makes me cry. Thanks, WWE. Appreciate all the good work. How much of that fucking percentage is actually going to cancer patients for your pink t-shirts? Oh, I'm the asshole for bringing this up? All right. Thanks, WWE. Appreciate it. Keep up the great work. Fucking douches. Like, that's it. You know what I mean?
God damn it, Dave. I love working with you, Dave. I really do.
I mean, because what else are you going to say? You know what I mean? Because that's
exactly.
They're so fucking good at being.
You summed it up right there. I mean, you summed it up. It's just like, well, that's what the Warrior Award was supposed to be. Oh, so what are you saying, Boom, that cancer survivors, you know, people like that shouldn't get the award? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's just the way the fucking Warrior Award was supposed to be.
Yeah. Fucking unbelievable.
I hope he finds something. I hope he does find something else. And, you know,
well, maybe I'm hoping he's just good as money, retired and shit. But you know,
yeah,
have a nice fucking send off. The fucking guys made some great fucking theme songs, and you know, just been absolutely amazing. I don't know. Here's the thing: you can be successful without being a fucking scumbag. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the story. You know.
Uh-huh.
So, but. Who knows? Maybe they'll do something good to him, and then we'll have to fucking listen to it for 900 hours on fucking Raw. Dear WWE, you know you could do something good for someone and not advertise it. You know you could do that, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe they did something great for this guy. Probably not. But let's just live in. Let's lie to ourselves. Boom. They gave him a good going away bonus, a hug, a little party at fucking Connecticut. There was pizza, and then they like some 80-year-old lady's like, "Why you're leaving? Here's a Rays cap," and it's actually a Yankees cap. But they're like, "Fuck, I can't tell this 80-year-old lady."
She's getting older, you know. She aged 20 years in this story.
Yeah. All right. Let's say up these last two. Well, only one more news story. Bam. Yeah, news story, comments, plugs.
Yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, one news story is Laurel Van Ness has requested her release from Impact Wrestling. Well, this is kind of a problem because she just won the Knockouts Championship in the last rounds of tapings, which means if they're going to release her, grant her release, they're going to have to wait till at least January when they do the next set of tapings, and she's going to have to drop the championship.
Yeah.
And this is just the hits keep on coming for Impact because, I mean, so far – they've lost Mahalbali Shira, Swoggle, the Veterans of War, Bram, which is a big one, Jesse Goddard, James Storm, and it's rumored now that both I think it's Eddie Edwards, EC3, and Bobby Lashley have contracts coming up, and they may not be renewed. So I know every year I get this. I always want to say this, but I stop myself because if there's anything that Impact is, it's a goddamn cockroach. Just when you think they're dead, you know, think, okay, well, this is it. They're going to be. They still managed to stick around for another year. I really feel like if you dropped an atomic bomb on the United States, there'd only be two things left. There would be cockroaches and Impact Wrestling. They would be wrestling at like something out of fucking Mad Max in this post-apocalyptic wasteland. They would still be doing it, and it would still suck. Just kidding.
I've said this a million times, and granted, this is just my opinion, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like me. I watched a lot of TNA. We used to have the wrestlers on a radio show, national syndicated broadcast. We used to have pay-per-view parties at the station. We were part of the street team. I really, really enjoyed early years of TNA. I've been to a billion fucking Impact Zone tapings. I can't watch TNA anymore. And granted, this is going to get me heel heat, mostly because of the fans. I
Really?
always go back to TNA. I always go back to TNA. I'm kind of disappointed, but the fans are so fucking annoying that like I just can't. Like, I'll watch the shittiest thing ever. Matt Hardy beating EC3. Was it Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy? Who gives a shit? A fucking Hardy beating EC3 with a 3-day buildup. That is fucking horrible. It will always be horrible, but TNA fans are like, oh no, we have to defend that. We have to defend that. We have to defend that. And like, here's the thing. The only people that are watching Impact, to the best of my knowledge, are the super diehard fans. Let me guess. It's amazing. Like, you know what I mean? When you say everything's amazing, then like nothing is. And that, you know, I don't know. I want to give Impact another chance, but I just know they're fans. You know what I mean? And I'm not like that. Like, I like Rick and Morty. Their fans don't bother me. I like WWE, ECW. There's something about Impact fans that just make me not even want to fucking check it out. It's just like, oh, dude, whatever, dude. Whatever. You know what I mean? And I loved Impact. I fucking did. And I can't even give it a fucking 97th chance. Because, you know what I mean? It's literally such a small group of extremists saying it's the greatest thing in the world. And then you're like, well, I thought segment 2 was a bit slow. You fucking know nothing. You WWE. Okay, dude, I'm out. I'm tapped the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, it's it. And maybe it's just going on too long. But I'm tapped out. As far as my opinion on this, I don't know much about the girl, but I'm just going to talk about the situation. I'm going to be completely honest. I think any wrestling company should let people get out of their contracts if they really are unhappy. But if you're the fucking champion, you better drop that goddamn title. You just better drop that fucking title. I think it's a double-edged sword. I think companies, if a wrestler's like, hey, I want to get out of my fucking contract, you should let him get out. I mean, what the fuck? And then if, you know, and if you're the champion, you better drop that fucking title. Like, if she doesn't go back to drop the title, which I think, you know, she probably will. But if she doesn't go back to drop the title, I'd just be like, yeah, fuck it. Right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just think she's a horrible person. And I think if you're a company and you keep someone under contract that doesn't want to be there, you're kind of fucking horrible. And moral of the story is, let's stop being horrible. Just worldwide. Can we do that? Hashtag stop being horrible.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Quick shout out, Operation Freak Show, link down in the doobly-doo. Self-righteous team of vigilantes don a luchador mask and bring their own swift brand of violent justice to anyone who would dare harm a child. Wow, that's pretty good. That sounds awesome. I wonder who wrote that. And Coco Plays is back. I got a PlayStation 4. I've been playing NHL 18 franchises, the Tokyo Ninja Turtles. Right, last show, and I'm going to be doing that a lot more. All right, Booms. I'm going to do some live comments, but I really got to do the pee-pee dance. So this is going to be the quickest live comments ever. Ready?
Hooray.
Yuri Blake, CFO. Oh, never mind. CFO Money are an awesome freaking duo, to be honest. All right. Clifton Smith. I wish wrestling promotions could use real songs during the entrances. The Road Warriors coming out to Black Sabbath was one of my favorite childhood memories. Yeah, as long as you get the license. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you have to get the like back in those days, you could probably get away with it. Like ECW was notorious for using unlicensed music because really nobody really knew about it. Nobody really wanted to pursue it. But you know, when you're somebody like WWE, I mean, to you, okay.
Hey, Booms, drive the bus. I'm gonna go peeps.
Okay. When WWE did One Night Stand and they brought up the Sandman, they actually had to contact Metallica for permission to use Enter Sandman, and I think that just the permission to use Enter Sandman for that one night, I think was close to like a fucking mil. I mean, it's been some time, and that was back in 2005, I want to say. And after that, you know, when they signed, when they started the new ECW, that's when they used like this generic rock music right there. But that's the reason why they can't use it. I think you understand that, but that's just kind of the reason why. Because I mean, it's just ridiculous for what sometimes some of these bands asking. Yuri Blake says, but Jim is a freaking legend and build their music empire. even if they came to terms, I mean, come on, give him a huge send-off. He deserves it. Hopefully they did. I agree. Hopefully they did. Why isn't Billy Corgan working with Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling? I'd love to see the NWA champion versus a IWGP champion. Well, hopefully things are going to get back on the up and up now that Corgan's taken over the NWA. New Japan and the NWA have had a working relationship. In fact, it was like 2 or 3 years ago they had a NWA championship match on there. It was Rob Conway versus who did he drop that fucking belt to? But they had that. You know, Corgan's trying to get the NWA's house in order, and I think it's long overdue, in my opinion. And I know this is going to draw me some heat, and I know this drew Dave Coco some heat back in the day. I will straight up to this day call the NWA a fucking scam. It's an outdated, they've got an archaic, outdated business model. They have not updated since the 70s. And no disrespect to Tim Storm. I've met Tim Storm. He's a super nice guy, class act. I am happy he's the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I am glad he's representing that brand. I have nothing bad to say about that man. But the NWA, that championship, the whole organization needs to be reorganized from top to bottom, and they need to get rid of this fucking archaic method, because having this one champion who goes around all the territories, guess what? There's no more fucking territories. We've got the internet now. You know, I can stream anything. I mean, I can stream New Japan. I can stream New Japan right now from my house here in Virginia. I can stream New Japan right now. Or I could follow WWE. I can follow their stuff all from my house here, and it's nowhere near Virginia when all this stuff is going on. But yet the NWA is still dealing with the method that they've been doing before the 1970s. So I just think it's outdated. It needs to change. And the biggest problem I have is the NWA. Basically, it's just glorified indie promotions. They pay extortion money to the NWA because you got to pay membership dues to be part of it. And then when the champion comes, you have to pay them extra and give them a portion of your gate just for the privilege of having the NWA champion wrestle on your show. And to me, it's just ridiculous. I mean, at least not in 2017. You don't need to be doing that. Hey, Coco.
Hey, what's up, Beck? So, where are we at? Clifton Smith, Wrestle Kingdom 12 will blow everyone away. Yep. WWE puts away this year?
Yep. That's where we're at. And I agree. I agree.
Loudmouth Wrestling Network, I think that's okay. World Tag League this year is like what you guys said, not full-time teams, just throwing together teams. I've watched all 17 shows, can honestly only remember 2 real good matches. That's not good. Clifton Smith, I've not watched New Japan since King of Pro Wrestling. The heavyweight tag division is horrible. It's the only problem with their product. I agree. Well, that's not the only problem, but yeah, that's the biggest problem. They should raid TNA, Impact, GFW for the best tag teams. Yeah, they have to rebuild that. 17-6, I got to sleep. You just got done with a 16-hour workday. Talk to you soon, Dave. All right.
Later, man.
Clifton Smith said ECW had a deal with Interscope Records. Okay.
Okay. I knew they had. No, you sure it was Interscope? Because I'm pretty sure. I know it was Tommy Boy, because I know Tommy Boy was paying them X amount of money per week or per month to use some of their songs in their promos, but not everything. I mean, you cannot tell me that they had a deal with Alice in Chains, Metallica, Deep Purple, and everybody else, all these other music, intro music they used.
All right. Demon Rock says, what do you all think of Tony Storm from NYC and Stardom?
The Mae Young Classic.
Yes, yeah. I am not an expert on her, but I find her to be amazing. And not only that, but also too, like, I will always bet on boxers from Philadelphia, fighters from New Jersey. You know, I will always bet on those people. I will always bet on a Ring of Honor star being a good wrestler. I will always bet on anyone from Stardom being absolutely amazing. And she's the champ, and I think she's amazing. Matter of fact, I might go see some Stardom. I live like 10 minutes away. I got to watch more pro wrestling. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. Oh, man, she was great. She was absolutely amazing in the Mae Young Classic. She won that tournament in Stardom. she's a fucking star. She is a fucking star. I don't know if WWE made an offer to her. If they didn't, they're fucking fools. But I hope somebody scoops her up like a super major promotion. She gets, the promotion that she needs. Tony Storm is absolutely awesome.
LK goes on, Loudmouth Wrestling Network. NWA is no longer territories. Check out their YouTube, Boom, all about rebuilding the NWA World's Heavyweight title. Oh, hopefully it doesn't suck because I love the NWA. Matter of fact, that was one of my Stump the Idiots this week. If you want a Stump the Idiot question, at KocoSports on Twitter. I'll make a video just for you as I try to get back into this.
Yeah, I still think they're territories because you've still got NWA Hollywood, NWA Anarchy, NWA Wrestle Birmingham. You've got all these different NWA areas. These promotions that are associated with the NWA. So I think you still could, technically call them territories.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I was a huge NWA fan as a kid, so if they can make it come back, that'd be great.
Yeah, that was another one of your another one of your Stump the Idiot questions this week.
Yeah. Clifton Smith, where are you at in Virginia? I'm in Tokyo, Japan. No, he was talking about you. I'm in the OV section of Norfolk.
Okay, yeah, Norfolk. No, I live just north of Richmond. Just outside Richmond. I live in Western Henrico.
Clifton Smith. Paul Heyman was friends with Jimmy Levine, president of Interscope Records. All right. Loudmouth Wrestling Network. When I go to Japan in 2619, I'm dragging you to loads of shows, one for each company. Awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. Dude, I've lived here so long, and I'm not going to put LK on blast. I'm just putting everyone on blast. Dude, every year, I'm coming to Wrestle Kingdom. I'm going to Wrestle Kingdom every year. Not coming. So, yeah, it would be awesome. I need to go to more live shows. The thing is, I just stopped being a fan. I had, I don't know. I don't want to get too personal, but my life fell apart, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to stop watching wrestling and focus on losing weight and making money. But hopefully this year I can go back into nerding. I don't know if I can ever nerd as much, because the thing is, a lot of people don't know this. I was really sick, on my deathbed sick, and that's how this YouTube channel started. I was like, dude, I used to do radio and television, and I have tons of time because I'm sick. And then I got healthy, and my life fell apart, and I was like, all right, well, I have to take a break from nerding, but I want to get back into nerding little by little. And you can watch me nerd at Coco Play. Subscribe. Do you know we have less than 100 subscribers, and we have YouTube drama? What? How fucking ridiculous is that? It's literally me playing video games, talking to no one, and people fucking throwing drama my way. I'm like, what the fuck is the world coming to? The NWA promotions no longer exist. Oh, okay. Corgan cut the ties. All right, that's cool for the future of the company. Complete dick move if you're a territory. If you're NWA Florida or whatever, dude, how fucking you just paid all this money and the new guy said, go fuck yourself. That's just shitty for them. But yeah, well, hopefully they do it. Dave, do you like Viper? Randy Orton? No. Viper, the Florida manager? Yeah, so. The 97 indie wrestlers?
I think he's referring to Piper Niven, the Scottish wrestler from the Mae Young Classic. Answer is yes, and if I wasn't married, I'd still fucking tap that.
As your wife walks in. Well, we'll both be divorced in a little bit. Yeah. I'm not the rest of the work. I've generally got savings funds set up for January 2019 and have work already booked off. Awesome.
Nice.
Clifton, it would be awesome. I'd love to get the gang together. We got the gang together. Boom Boom didn't show up because he had college, but we got the gang together back in the day to watch WrestleMania, the one with Ric Flair in Orlando. But Boom's decided to be an adult and go to college and not fucking hang out with the crew. So, Clifton Smith, should Vince open up another wrestling promotion just to give guys an opportunity to get better and work their gimmicks? Maybe, but that's kind of what NXT is, 205 is. Yeah, I think they should just. I think with the network, even though 205 is kind of suffering because it's not a cruiserweight show, even though 205 suffering, you have your own network. There should be a show for every style of wrestling. There should be a company for every style of wrestling. And then WWE should be the main event in their eyes, obviously. But, yeah, because NXT is awesome. And the thing is, I think those are the first two booms. We're talking behind the scenes on the air because that's how we run this company. I think what we're gonna do news shows. This is what I'm thinking. This is just me thinking out loud. I think we're gonna do news shows, 1 or 2 podcasts like this. Where we just talk about whatever we want, and then I think NXT and 205 reviews because I don't have time to do on SmackDown.
Oh God, dude, I love NXT. As soon as Lucha Underground comes back next year, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, well, I think I'm only going to review 1 hour shows because the thing is, like, I got shit to do. Like, and the thing is, dude, I love being a fucking nerd, but here's the thing: explain to someone that's not a nerd what you do. They kind of fucking like what, like. When you tell a lady friend that you're busy and then you sit and they say why and you explain, you're like, well, see, sometimes 2 people or less than 30 people sometimes watch a video where I play hockey and talk about stuff on the PlayStation 4. Why do you do that? I don't know. Me and my friend across the pond, we talk pro wrestling. Why do you do that? I don't know. I don't know why I do half the stuff I do, but I do it. All right, let's go back to some more live comments. But yeah, I think short news shows, podcasts about just in general stuff, and then NXT reviews, 205 reviews, and 1 hour type show reviews, and maybe previews. Because I want this channel to be good again, but I also want it to be like where we can do it. Because like I want to make it where like we get a team of people and just like everyone do a little bit and have a job, and then it'd be pretty sweet. And I got a couple ideas for the blog and all that. This is probably stuff we shouldn't say on air. But don't worry, if we fail, you can be there to point and laugh. Moving on. So NXT just gets guys conditioned to work WWE style. Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, oh, you mean like start their own indie companies? Well, kind of, but that's what kind of Ring of Honor and WWN is. You know, I mean, if Triple H says, "Hey, I'm coming to your fucking show," you're gonna say yes. So
yeah, because that was the whole. They do that. That's Evolve. They basically WWE struck a deal with Evolve, and that thing was, okay, we'll give you money, but you have to let us scout your talent. And Evolve says, okay, we'll take that deal. And so they were able to, fund the company, get shows going. So they book 2 shows per month. And they do their thing. WWE, I mean, hell, where do you think they got the talent to fill out 205 Live? They went straight to Evolve. They signed like half their fucking roster.
And I've said this a million times, but I haven't been on the air for a while. WWE is pulling a Nintendo where they're going to fuck themselves out of their own competition. New Japan World shouldn't exist. And I'm a huge New Japan fan. WWE Network should have New Japan. WWE Network should get Impact. You know what I mean? Like, WWE Network has to run it like for WWE to keep a monopoly and be dominant, which they are business-wise. They should be going before there's a New Japan World. Be like, oh, WWE Network has it. And the people at WWE Network should be a completely different staff and have the freedom and just be like, all right, here we go. Because think about it. Ring of Honor, Impact, New Japan, Dragon Gate, Flow Slam. There's so many streaming networks. WWE should have all that. WWE should literally have all that. They're Nintendo themselves, and one of them are going to become the Sony PlayStation. Video game historians, you know what I'm talking about. Are we the only people that bring up video game historians during a wrestling podcast? You know what I'm talking about. I hope. Probably not. Miss you guys. Shout out to Wrestling Ranted. Yeah, Wrestling Ranted's the fucking man. I'm so proud of Wrestling Ranted.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome.
Style. Dude, not only that, but like he's awesome, but he was always awesome. B, he was always better than us. And we told him behind the scenes on this. And C, like, I'm just so happy that he's successful and improving every day. I don't know him personally in person, but I guess we're online friends. You know what I mean? Like, we know each other just from online. And he's genuinely a great guy from what I know and a hard worker. I said Wrestling Ranted should always be better than us, and now that he's better than us, I'm just so proud of him. You know, he's just fucking knocking it out of the park. And the thing is, when I went on my leave, I guess well, that's what we'll call it, my midlife crisis, he was the only YouTuber I watched. He was the only one. And it's not a knock to anyone else. It's just I didn't have time to watch shit. I was like, oh, let me see what Wrestle Rant says. I don't agree with everything he says, but I don't know. I just respect him, and he fucking works hard. So, yeah, much love to Wrestling Ranted. We got to deal with Shimmer now. Awesome. WWE got to deal with Shimmer now. Sweet. 205 Live, best move since starting was making Enzo champ. Love to hate that guy. The only problem is, if Enzo was the only Enzo, or Enzo was the only Steve Corino, I would agree. But granted, I didn't watch much 205, but the episode I saw was by far the worst book episode I might have ever seen in wrestling history. Steve Corino had a great gimmick. His gimmick was everyone's hardcore, so I'm not going to be hardcore in ECW. And it fucking worked. 205, Enzo is basically Steve Corino. Get it? I can't fucking wrestle. Here's the problem. The show I watched, there was literally 3 matches, and Enzo was a promo. And all 3 matches had opponents that couldn't wrestle the cruiserweight style, and that was their gimmick. Like, get it? We can't wrestle this style. Now, granted, one Enzo is great. A roster of 976 fucking Enzos gets ridiculous. It just gets fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm going to start watching 205, but I swear to fucking Christ, if anyone besides Enzo goes out there and be like, I don't wrestle cruiserweight style, get it? I'm a heel, I'm turning it off. I was like, dude, I'm done. There has to be. I watched a whole episode of 205 Wrestling with 3 matches. And not one of them was a cruiserweight match. That's fucking ridiculous. That's insane. One Enzo is enough. You two are the only podcast I tune into. Awesome. And hopefully we can do more. He's just been kicking ass. Rick 1982, welcome back, brother. Miss you.
Yeah,
what's up?
Welcome back, Rick.
Yeah. What's up, Koco and Boom? Hope Tanahashi gets well real soon so we can compete at Wrestle Kingdom 12. Agree a million times over. By the way, Angela Little White looks like Peyton Royce. Awesome.
Don't tell OK that.
Yeah. So there you go.
Peyton Royce, that's LK's internet wife.
Oh, okay. I'm at a loop with things. Oh, James is sad because we didn't invite him. We always invite you and you're never there. All right, we'll do a podcast later. We love you, James Legend. We'll do a podcast later. Sorry, because we do it every Friday night / Tokyo time. Yeah, Tokyo time. All right. There you go. But yeah, if I can, yeah, so that's about it. Booms, you want to do anything, or because I'm just gonna plug some shit and head out.
Nah, just plug away. Just want to tell everybody, check us out, KocoSports.com. That's KocoSports.com. It's where it's your home for all combat sports.
we haven't done this in a while.
Where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Coco, what's some stuff we got on the site, man, they can check out?
All right, check out KocoSports.net. Jerry's been updating it. We're trying to get awesome for the next year. We want to be awesome up and running by January. We got a lot of good ideas that might not come through, but right now we've been updating. You got dude, everyone's losing their shit about the Silver Dome still standing. Has it finally fell? Or is Silver's Dome still fucking up?
Let me look. Yeah, they could. I was like about to say, if
a lot of NXT, a lot of New Japan stories, Brock Lesnar, UFC fights, Tyson Fury. So check it out. And hopefully, slowly but surely, we can build KocoSports.com and this YouTube channel, Coco Plays. I just want to get back into
it. It went down on a second attempt.
Okay, good for them. That dude, I just can't imagine being the asshole who has to go back in there. Like, boom, 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 boom. Oh, it didn't fall. Hey, guys, go back in and put a dynamite. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Bob. I'm not doing that, Bob. Bob, I don't get paid enough to do this shit. Because no one thinks about that. They explode, it didn't fall, and they're like, hey, go back in and make sure it falls. Yeah, fuck you, Bob. I don't know why. I can just imagine Bob's the boss's name. Like, fuck you, Bob. I'm not doing it, Builder Bob. You can go fucking suck a dick. It just stays up forever. Like, hopefully there's an earthquake or a fucking tidal wave or, Andre the Giant gets slammed from heaven. I don't know, but I ain't fucking going in there, Bob. That's the moral of the story. So yeah, check out Coco Plays YouTube channel, playing NHL 18. My franchise, Tokyo Ninja Turtles, did top 10 Marvel superheroes and doing all types of gimmicks like that. Twitter at KocoSports. Tweet me anything and I'll make a video about it. Okay, well, reasonable pro wrestling topics. And slowly but surely we're getting into it. And Operation Freak Show, link down in the doobly-doo. I write books. And, you know, for more books to come out, I got to sell more because, you know, people need to make money. Boo. Just publish all my books. We don't need to make money. It's about a bunch of luchadors going around killing pedophiles. So it should be a lot of fun for everybody. And, yeah, and I got another book coming out next year, but that doesn't matter because we got to focus on Operation Freak Show. Buy Operation Freak Show. Your mom says you got to read more. There's a lot of curse words in it and killing. You should have fun. It's like the Attitude Era, except with a lot more murderers. Anyway, I'm the worst at pitching stuff, Booms. I think you have to be the salesperson. So, there you go. Booms, I think we're done.
Woohoo, we did it. We did it, Mom.
I hope to do a bunch of nerdy stuff. Coco Plays, KocoSports, Operation Freak Show, BoomBoomWearStockings.net.
You just did that joke off.
That's dude. We have to buy that domain name. Yeah, Photoshop is nice, friend.
Somebody's gonna do that now just to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So and check out LK. We gotta give LK.
What's yeah, man. LK Loudmouth Wrestling. Yeah, check him out.
So yeah, back in the day, he did a lot of shows here. All right, so bam, Wrestling Ranted, much love. I think that's it, Booms. Sign us off. Oh, you want me to sign us off? I'll sign us off.
Yep, sign us off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, go to KocoSports.net, buy my book, Coco Plays, and with that, I am over. Boom, 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 boom.